Aloha, good morning. Have you ever heard of the cancer diet? Well, a lot of people are on that diet right now. And what kind of diet's that? That's what I would call the standard American diet or the toxic American diet. The cancer diet. Chemicals, insecticides, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, 80,000 chemicals, GMOs, fluoride, chlorine, chloramines. This is what I call the cancer diet. Now, what would be the opposite of the cancer diet? The anti-cancer diet. So, if the anti-cancer diet was the antidote so you wouldn't get cancer, then, well, why don't you do it? Why don't we do it? There's been more people that have died of cancer over the last 100 years than just about all the people that have died in World War I and World War II. We've had hundreds of different inventions and cures that have been suppressed throughout the last 100 years. And we're still fighting for cancer, for the mystery, or what I call the parasite, that lives in pollution, that lives in toxicity, that lives in bodies that are dry, lives in bodies that are weak, lives in people's minds that are, well, broken down. So the anti-cancer diet would be very simple. Well, eat real food. No pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides, okay? Plastics, acids, all these different things that would be part of the anti-cancer diet, is to learn about all these negotiations that you'd want to do. Negotiations. That's the big key. Awareness lets you be able to negotiate. So as you become more aware of becoming more aware, and of becoming more aware, then what happens is that now you have the negotiational power that you had when you were unaware of being unaware of being unaware. Okay? It goes deep. So I've been on the anti-cancer diet, and I've put tens of thousands of people not only on this, but they put it on themselves after learning about negotiations. The problem is that we watch the news and we read the journals, no matter what kind of journals they are, the most prestigious journals, the most prestigious universities. These journals are the doctors, their life force on finding out about new curative therapies. So if that whole system has been hijacked and taken over, then, we'll never find the cure for this parasite, or parasites we call cancer. The mystery unfolded. So could it be possible that cancer, sickness, mental sickness, emotional sickness, all these different sicknesses, most of them, could it be caused by the chemicals that are in our body? Could it be caused by our bodies being plugged with plastic, with contaminants? Could it be that we're eating foods that are fake? 95% of the standard American diet of the average American is processed foods. How do you think processed dead food, fake food, is going to give you your vital life? It can't. It's impossible. That's a cancer diet. Remember, the standard American diet means if it's good and it tastes good and it's a good deal, then it must be okay for me. So waking up to the fact that just about everything that is in our regular grocery store, just about everything, has been perverted. Either the packaging, either the type of food we're eating, genetically modified vegetables. How about genetically modified food fed to the meat that we eat? And the meat that we eat all has a vaccine. It all has antibiotics and hormones. Okay, so you can see what you eat is what you become. And again, what you don't eat is what you don't become. Real easy. So if you eat foods, meats, anything that has viruses that are in the flesh, fungi, because of the plants have been sprayed with so many pesticides, they have to go ahead and actually use these chemicals over and over and over again just to be able to get a better crop the next time. I live in Hawaii here, and the farmers here, they grow a lot of sweet potatoes. And they told me that 80% of their sweet potatoes right now, from using the conventional ways that they were shown, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, Roundup, all the different chemicals, 80% of their harvest is junk. 20% hasn't been ravaged by parasites in the soil. And each time they add more chemicals to the soil, the problem doesn't get better, it just gets worse. Worse. So many of the farmers that I've talked to here, they're quitting farming. They even said that some of the acreage that they farm, they're not going to even pick them, is because 9 potatoes out of 10 are damaged by parasites, and the 1 potato that grew is only half the size it should be. So this is exactly what happens in the plant kingdom, and this is exactly what happens in our bodies. So the anti-cancer diet is really simple. Okay? We put together lots of videos for you to get acquainted with different ideas, different disciplines, different philosophies. This is what I call research. You research yourself. Remember, your life is research. No matter if it's going to the restaurant, you're researching what to eat. You wake up in the morning, you're researching what to wear, researching how to cut your hair, what kind of maybe perfumes or foods you're going to have. It's research, everything. So start researching life. And life is supposed to be happy. It's supposed to be blissful and supposed to be joyous. But I see a lot of suffering going on right now. 1 out of 2 people with cancer. All these different simple sicknesses that people are taking a host of medications and poisoning themselves. Medications, remember, sounds like it's a cool word. How about chemicals? You're not taking natural medications, taking chemical medications, which all have residue. Body doesn't know what to do with them. It turns one gene on, one gene off. One problem causes the next one is solved, but the problem is now another problem because the pharmaceutical caused stress in other areas of the body. I've seen miraculous changes in people doing our simple protocols up here in Hawaii. And the simple protocols are 21 days minimum of terrain modifying yourself as much as you feel that you can. If you're a beginner, you start out with 7 days dry water fasting, steam distilled water, and you move up to doing a variety of different, I call advanced therapies when you're drying your body out. Deep massage, hydrocolon therapy, certain types of intravenous modalities that help support removing pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, like cleaning your filters. Exercise, rest. Beginning people, they try to do the 7-day water fast. If you're intermediate, then you go to 14 days. And if you've got some type of a disease someone's labeled you with, and we've had such great response with people with Lyme's disease. We've seen many different people up here, and all of them have had fantastic results. And when they leave here, they feel, you can watch their interviews, that they have none of the symptoms of the last 15, 20, or 30 years of the Lyme's. The excruciating pains in the fingers, joints, back, muscles, headaches, seizures. Remember, these are parasites. And they don't like to be, well, cut off from fuel. And what's the fuel? The chemicals in the body, that's number one. But number two is the sugar that we put inside our bodies. So watch your sugar intake. And then if you're intermediate, you do a 14-day water fast. And if you're more advanced, like I said, and or you feel that you have something inside that you really want to dry out, 21 days, dry water fast. And there's some protocols, of course, in between everything. So getting yourself on a real food diet is not important, it's totally essential. And if you think eating chemical foods, processed foods, sugary drinks, even your cup of coffee in the morning that's full of pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, fungicides, in a cup that's made out of petroleum or corn with bisphenol A wrapped on the inside. These are all the disease causers, the clogging of the body, the veins, the arteries, the capillaries, the stunting of the nerves from mercury in our mouths, from mercury in our high fructose corn syrup. Remember, it's research. Everything's out there for you right now. All you have to do is find it. We put together Earth products, which has hundreds of different types of essential products to upgrade yourself with. Superfoods, heirloom foods, we don't sell any GMO. All different types of personal care products, supplements, greens like chlorella, blue-green algae, spirulina, coconut oil, salts, Himalayan salt, all the goodies that keep you in real food. Remember, you can get food, real food, at the farmer's market. Find somebody there that is a farmer. Find somebody that you can trust, that puts love into the food. And better yet, make your own garden like I did. I put together a garden, and it's the best thing I've ever done. Have live food, and I know exactly what kind of food I'm growing. I know exactly what fertilizers and everything that I'm putting in it. But not only that, I pick it when I'm ready to eat it, because it's live food. And live food is the antidote. Live food. We have lots of different superfoods to add to your live food. The live food's the base. The superfoods is sort of like the increased amount of nutrition that you want to put on your food. I don't buy salad dressings anymore. I make my own. Here's my breakfast tea this morning. Okay, chia seeds, yerba mate, silica, minerals, nutmeg, cinnamon, okay, some coconut oil. This is my breakfast. Now, the best part about Earthshift, because there's a lot of people trying to sell you a lot of things, the best part is that it's all wholesale, all of it. Free shipping for all new customers, and after that, well, we have free shipping promotions all the time. That's the best part. If shipping's, well, free, then you save a lot. And not only that, go to the store and try to find things at the store. Try to figure out what brand you want to have, which non-diluted form of minerals you want, because most of them are diluted. Everything we sell, we try to keep the most aggressive, is what I would say, percentage of, for instance, fulvic acid. It's a pH of 2.2. Okay, or magnesium that you put on your skin and put in your water. Okay, you're talking about 31% strength. Most of them are diluted down to about 15%. With what? Water. So choose your diet and be smart. Okay? Turn your smart hat on. As you can see, most people are not as smart as we think we are. And it's not that we're so smart, it's that we're so naive. We're very naive. We believe a lot of things. And remember, believe is L-I-E in the middle of it. Could be a lie. So don't believe so much. Do your own homework. Check around and talk to other people that have gone through any of these, I call upgrades. Okay? Optimize your life. Enhance your world. What's wrong with that? It's a wake-up call, because if not, one of these days you will get the sickness and you'll have to backpedal. And then you'll have to go on this so-called anti-cancer diet if you can find it. If you can find it. I have hundreds of videos on YouTube for you to be able to rummage through. Lots of good golden nuggets there. You can't do it all, doesn't matter. Learn some things, put them into your energy field, and grow from there. Earther Academy, our digital school, has hundreds of videos of what I do and what I've done to be able to change my toxicity load, change my parasitic load, to upgrade my mineralization, upgrade my gut wall flora, which run 85% of my immune system. And they're located right in your stomach. Learning the booby traps is the smart part. And then, of course, following through. Once you find out something, negotiate it. That's it. Just negotiate it. Okay. Pick and choose your diet. The anti-cancer diet or the cancer diet. It's your choice. It is. It's totally your choice. And you can pick and choose whatever you want to eat. No one's forcing you to eat garbage. No one's forcing you to eat trans fatty acids. No one's forcing you to take showers without a filter. These are all poisons. They're all assaults. So lower your assault levels a little bit at a time. We've got 30 departments at Earther Academy for you to be able to upgrade, enhance, and optimize your world. Remember, all the products are wholesale at Earthshift. A lot of them that you'll need, from tongue scrapers to non-fluoridated toothpaste to underarm deodorant that, well, is way healthier for you than putting on aluminum and a variety of different fragrances and chemicals and so forth to clog your lymph glands underneath your arms. Not too smart. But then again, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is naivety. So change your naivety. Step it up. Start to research. I research every morning for 2.5 hours. I get up early and I try to research suppressed technologies. Research how others are enhancing themselves and the testimonials from other groups around the world that have changed their ways for the better. And of course, we want to see the corruption because it's everywhere. The corruption. You'll have to figure that out yourself. There's enough videos, there's enough documentaries for you to be able to see that corruption's been here for a long time. And right now, it's so widespread that, well, I think we're all starting to see it. From your politicians, from just the power that we use, and I'm talking the fuel that we put in our cars, the electricity that we burn, okay? Burn, because we use coal and we burn it with diesel to make electricity. We could easily, and I've seen many, many beautiful inventions that would cause economic collapse to the systems that control us at this time, like magnetic motors, okay, solar wind turbines, all different types of power resource generation units that realistically, well, that's why they call them free energy, is because they can't figure out how to charge you for it. Because why? Is because it takes energy from the ambient system that's around us called the ether, and or uses very simple physics that have been proved over and over and over again, and anybody who reinvents the same thing over again gets stifled. So before you get sick, change your ways. Remember, anti-cancer diet. Learn the terrain modification protocols. Learn from your friends that have already gone through some of these layers. We also have a community that has tens of thousands of people around the world. It's free. Earth Shift Project Community. And you can share your ideas, your secrets, as you call them, because other people, if they don't know what could help them, well, they're secrets. It's a good secret, isn't it? It's not a secret that, well, if I tell you that it may hurt you, but it's a secret if I tell you it may help you. Why? It's because now you have awareness through the secret, and now you can negotiate. Again, negotiate and not be naive. Okay, pick and choose, like I said, your diet of choice. And take your clothes off and look in the mirror and see if the cancer diet is doing you harm. Standard American diet, remember, is very toxic. And 80% of the population is 15 pounds plus overweight. That's over 200 million people. And you have 30% plus of the population that are obese. And by the way, we lost first place of being the fattest country in the world. Mexico took that from us. They're about 1% ahead of us. 33% of the people in Mexico are obese. And obesity leads to all the other diseases. Why? Candida, yeast, mold, fungus. What do you think body fat is? Okay, what do you think cancer is? Is it just a mystery? Let's all go jog around the park a dozen times and put pink ribbons on ourselves, okay? Let's get the pharmacological companies to donate billions of dollars to medical schools all over the world. Of course, as you give grant money, whoever finds out, well, any positive movement with the grant money, who gave you the grant money owns that information. It's the way it works. So you can see how if you can't patent it, pharmacological companies, they don't want to have anything to do with it. And you can't patent plants. You just can't. But you can patent the analogs that you pull out one piece of the plant and you say, okay, this is my patent now. So take your power back, take your control to your, what we'd call optimal self, instead of the control to your suboptimal self, or what I call your parasitic self, the self behind yourself that tells you what to eat and everything else that you could not understand. Remember, are you hungry or are they? And who are they? Well, the alien creatures that live inside our bodies. And they do need to feed, and they do go to the bathroom. So when you have body fat, remember that. This is a parasite. So tame it down. Tame it down. Like the people do when they come, I call them participants of our advanced detoxification, rejuvenation, healthy vacation for yourself. Try yourself out. Do it at home if you can. Okay? Learn how to upgrade your world. And you'll be so glad that you did. You'll be so glad that you did. Okay, so choose well. The red pill, that's the cancer diet. Or the blue pill, the anti-cancer diet. Or the real food diet. Or what I call the supernatural lifestyle. Or supernatural way of life. It's natural, of course, but it's got awareness, so it's above natural. It's using your mind to be able to negotiate. Remember, awareness is the key to negotiation. If not, what are you negotiating when you're not aware? Okay, we'll see you next time. Aloha.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.